EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. The big left foot of Sebastian Janikowski ready to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. On first down, Rodgers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Rodgers now on first down. It's caught outright by Graham. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. His throw caught right around the 6. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They run it with Carson. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? and they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
They run for it with Carson, and he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 36 yards.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
19.
Play action. Now Wilson. He hits Baldwin right side. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 1st down, Seahawks. Wilson to Baldwin.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. He gets it to Baldwin. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
This is Carson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down.
36 power.
Now Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Sebastian Janikowski to try the Seahawks field goal. This from 54 yards away. And Janikowski bangs it through, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now it's Rodgers. A dump underneath to Jones. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On second down, it's Jones. Oh, now he bowls him over, and he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now Rodgers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
26.
One back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And a good display of footwork will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Davis. And they're running right through it. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front, fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
That's 2 really good stops in a row. Back-to-back tackles for losses. I mean, let's face it, they are locked into what they're doing offensively. And now they've earned the right to rush the passer on third down, haven't they?
Yeah, and offensively they're going to have to do something else because the run game, at least on this drive, isn't working. Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. He'll field this at the 5. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Rodgers now to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and all of a sudden here it's third down. To throw, it's Rodgers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
They're going to line up to go for this on fourth down. Rodgers stays on the field. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jaron Reed with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. And try to get the run game going. Here's Davis. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They'll try to run with Carson. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Here's Carson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Janikowski bangs it through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
26.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Again, it's Jones. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
He'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. He's got his target. It's Cobb. Rodgers to Cobb. Good for a Green Bay 1st.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Back to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Zoom, zoom.
He's back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And now look at him go. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.